Bid them home. He's gone and we'll no further. The nobility are best whom we see have sided on his behalf.
Now that we've shown our power, let us seem humbler after it is done than when it was a-doing.
Bid them home. Say their great enemy is gone and they stand in their ancient strength.
Send them home. Oh, here comes his mother.
Oh, let's not meet her here.
What?
They say she's bad.
There, Coriolanus. On our way.
Oh, dear, well met. They don't tell me the slang of the gods requite your love. Will you be gone?
You shall stay too! I would I had the power to say so to my husband.
Hadst thou, fox-ship, to banish him that struck more blows for Rome than thou hast spoken words? More noble blows than ever thou wise words, and for Rome's good. I'll tell thee what, yet go. Nay, thou shalt stay too. I would my son were in Arabia, and thy tribe before him, his good sword in his hand.
What then?
What then? He'd make an end of thy posterity.
Bastards and all. Good man, the wounds that he does bear for Rome.
Come, peace.
I wish he would have continued to his country as he began, and not omit himself the noble knot he made.
Would he have?
I would he had. 'Twas you incensed the rabble. Cats that can judge as fitly of his worth as I can of those mysteries which heaven will not have earth to know.
Pray, let us go.
Oh, pray, sir, get you gone. You have done a brave deed. Ere you go, hear this. As far as the capital doth exceed the meanest house in Rome, so far my son, whom you have banished, does exceed you all.
Where? Where? We will leave you.
Why stay we to be baited with one that wants her wits?
Take my prayers with you. I would the gods had nothing else to do but to confirm my curses. Could I meet him but once a day, it would unclog my heart of what lies heavy to it.
You have told them home, and by my troth you have cause. You'll sup with me?
Anger's mine meat. I sup upon myself, and so shall starve with feeding. Come, let's go.
I know you well, sir. And you know me. Your name, I think, is Adrian.
It is so, sir. Truly, I have forgot you.
I am a Roman, yet my services are, as you are, against me. Know you me yet?
Nicanor? No.
The same.
Well, you had more beard when I last saw you, but your favor is well approved by your tongue. What's the news in Rome? I have a note from the Volscian state to find you out there. You have well saved me a day's journey.
There have been in Rome strange insurrections. The people against the nobles, senators, and Christians.
Hath been. Is it ended then? Our state thinks not so. They are in a most warlike preparation, and hope to come upon them in the heat of their division.
The main blaze of it is past, but a small thing would make it flaming. For the nobles take so to heart the banishment of that worthy Coriolanus that they are in a ripe aptness to take all power from the people and to pluck it from their tribunes forever. This lies glowing, I tell you, and is most mature for the most violent breaking out.
Coriolanus banished!
Banished, sir!
You will be welcome with this intelligence, Nicanor.
The day serves them well now. I've heard it said that the fittest time to corrupt a man's wife is when she is fallen out with her husband. Your great Tullus Aufidius will serve well in these wars, his great oppressor, Coriolanus, being in no request of his country.
He cannot choose. I am most fortunate, thus accidentally to encounter you. You have ended my business, and I will merrily accompany you home.
I shall between this and supper tell you strange things of Rome, all tending to the good of her adversaries. Have you an army ready, say?
The centurions and their charges are prepared to be on foot at an hour's warning.
I am joyful to hear if they're ready, and then the one who thinks shall lead them in their present action.
A goodly city is this Antium. City, 'tis I that made thy widows, and many an heir thy fair edifices Before my wars have I heard groan and drop. Then know me not, lest that thy wives with spits and boys with stones and puny battles slay me. Save you, sir.
And you?
Direct me, if it be your will, where great Ophidius lies. Is he in Antioch?
He is, and feast the nobles of his state at his house this night.
Which is his house, beseech you?
This here before you.
Thank you. Farewell. World, thy slippery turns. Friends now fast sworn, unsevered, shall within this hour, on a dissension of a doit, break out to bitterest enmity. So fellest foes, whose passions and whose plots broke their sleep, to take the one the other, by some chance, some trick, not worth an egg, shall grow dear friends. So with me. My birthplace hate I, and my loves upon this enemy town. I'll enter. If he slay me, he does fair justice. If he give me way, I'll do his country service.
Why? What service is this? I think our fellows are asleep.
Where's Comus? My master calls for him, Comus!
Whoa. What would you have, Fred? Whence are you? There's no place for you. Pray, go to the door.
I deserve no better entertainment than being Coriolanus.
Whence are you, sir? Has the porter his eyes in his head when he gives entrance to such companions? Pray, get you out.
Away.
Away? Get you away.
Now thou art troublesome.
Are you so brave? I'll have you talk with anon.
What fellow is
A
this?
strange one as ever I saw. I cannot get him out of the house. Prithee, call my master to him.
What have you to do here, fellow? Pray you avoid the house.
Oh, let me but stay. I will not hurt your hearth.
What are you?
A gentleman.
The marvelous poor one.
True, so I am.
Pray you, poor gentlemen, take up some other station. Here's no place for you.
Follow your function. Go and batten on cold bits.
What? You will not. Pray thee, tell my master what a strange guest he has here. Where dwellest thou?
Under the canopy.
Under the canopy.
Aye.
Where's that?
In the city of kites and crows.
The city of kites and crows. What an ass it is. Then thou dwellest with Doss too.
No, I serve not thy master.
How, sir? Do you meddle with my master?
Aye, 'tis an honester service than to meddle with thy mistress. Where is this fellow?
Here, sir. I'll defeat him like a dog for disturbing the Lord within.
Whence comest thou? What wouldst thou? Thy name?
My name is Caius Marcius. Who has done to thee particularly, and to all the Bolshes, great hurt and mischief. Therefore witness may my surname, Coriolanus. The painful service, the extreme dangers, and the drops of blood shed for my thankless country are requited. The cruelty and envy of the people, permitted by our dastard nobles, who have all forsook me, have devoured the rest, and suffered me, by the voice of slaves, to be whooped out of Rome. Now this extremity hath brought me to thy hearth, not out of hope, mistake me not, to save my life. For if I had feared death, of all the men in the world, I would have avoided thee. But in mere spite, to be full quit of those my banishers, stand I before thee here. Now if thou hast a heart reckon thee, speed thee straight. Make my misery serve thy turn. Use it so that my revengeful services may prove its benefits to thee. For I will fight against my cankered country, the spleen of all the underfiends. But if thou darest not this, that to prove more fortunes thou art tired, then in a word I also am longer to live most weary. Present my throat to thee, and to thine ancient malice.
Let me twine mine arms about thy body. Know thou first, I loved the maid I married. Never man sighed truer breath. But that I see thee here, thou noble thing, more dense is my rapt heart than when I first my wedded mistress saw bestride my throat. I tell thee, we have a power on foot, and I have purpose once more to hew thy target from thy broad, or lose mine envoy. Thou hast beat me out 12 several times, and I have nightly since dreamt of encounters twixt thyself and me. Had we no quarrel else to row, but that thou art that Spanish, we would muster all, from 12 to 70, and pouring war into the bowels of ungrateful Rome like a bold flood of bear. Come, go in, and take our friendly senators by the hands. We are prepared against your territories, though not for Rome itself.
You bless me, gods.
Therefore, most absolute sir, if thou wilt have the leading of thine own revenges, take the one half of my commission and set down, as best thou art experienced, since thou knowest thy country's strength and weakness, whether to knock against the gates of Rome, or rudely visit them in parts remote, to fright them ere destroyed. But come in, and more a friend than e'er an enemy. Yet, Marcius, that was much. Your hand. Most welcome.
Now, here's a strange alteration.
And my hand I thought to have struck him like a cudgel, and yet my mind begins
had so, looking as it were where I would hang. But I thought there was more in him than I could think.
Oh, slaves, I can tell you news, you rascals.
What?
I would not be a Roman of all nations. I'd as lief be a condemned man.
Wherefore?
Why, here's he that was wont to thwack our general, Caius Marcius.
Why do you say thwack our general?
Well, I do not say thwack our general, but he always was good enough for him.
Come, we are fellows and friends. He was ever too hard for him. I've heard him say so himself.
He was too hard for him directly, to say the truth on it. Before Coriolanus, he scotched him and notched him like a carbonado.
And he had been cannibally given. He might have broiled and eaten him too. Cannibally. Damn it.
But more of I hear.
Why, he is so made on me within, as if he were son and heir to Mars. Set at the upper end of the table, no questions asked. Our general makes a mistress of him. But the bottom of the news is that our general has been cut in the middle and but one half of what he was yesterday. For the other half, by some entreaty and granted the whole table, he will mow down all of Rome before him.
But when goes this forward?
Tomorrow. Today presently. You shall have the drums struck up this afternoon.
Well, then we shall have a stirring world again. This piece is nothing but to rust iron, increase tailors, and breed ballad makers.
Let me have more, say I. Peace is a very apoplexy, getter of more bastard children than war's destroyer of men.
Tis so, and as war in some sort may be said to be a ravisher, it cannot be denied that peace is a great maker of cuckolds.
In.
We hear not of him, neither need we fear him. His remedies are tame in the present peace and quietness of the people, which before were in wild hurry. Here do we make his friends blush that the world goes well, who rather had, though they themselves did suffer by it, behold, dissentious numbers pestering streets, that see our tradesmen within their shops going about their functions friendly. Hail, sir.
Hail, sir. Hail to you both.
Your Coriolanus is not much missed with his friends. The Commonwealth doth stand, and so would do were he more angry at it.
All's well, and might have been much better if he could have temporized.
Where is he, hear you?
Nay, I hear nothing. His mother and his wife hear nothing from him.
Ah, the gods preserve you!
Got in, our neighbors!
And then to you all!
Ourselves, our wives, and children on our knees are bound to pray for you both.
Oh, live and thrive!
Farewell, guys, neighbors. We want the Coriolanus and love you as much as we do.
Oh, now the gods keep you! Farewell! This is a happier, more comely time than when these people ran about the streets crying confusion.
Caius Marcius was a worthy officer in the war, but insolent, o'ercome with pride, ambitious, past all thinking, self-loving,
And affecting one sole throne without assistance.
I think not so.
We should by this to all our lamentation, had he gone forth the consul, found it so.
The gods have well prevented it, and Rome sits safe and still without it.
Worthy tribunes, there is a slave whom we have put in prison. Reports the Volsces with 2 civil powers are entered in the Roman territories, and with the deepest malice of war destroy what lies before them.
'Tis Ophidius, who hearing of Marcius's banishment, thrusts forth his horns again into the world, which were in shell when Marcius stood for Rome, and durst not once be got.
And what talk you of Marcius?
Go see this rumor whip. Cannot be the Volsces dare break with us. Cannot be. We have record that very well it can. But reason with this fellow before you punish him, where he heard this, lest you shall whip your information and beat the messenger who bid you beware of what is to be dreaded.
Tell not me, I know it cannot be.
Not possible.
Sir, the nobles and great earnestness are going all to the Senate House. But some news has come that turns their countenances.
So 'tis this slave. Go whip him for the people's eyes. His raising, nothing but his report.
Yes, worthy sir. The slave's report is seconded, and more fearful, is delivered.
What more fearful?
It spoke freely out of many mouths. How probable, I do not know, that Marcius, joined with Ophidius, leads a power against Rome, and vows revenge is spacious between the youngest and oldest thing.
Well, this is most likely.
Raise seek only that the weaker sort may wish good Marcius home again.
Oh, the very trick on it.
This is unlikely. He and Ophidius can no more atone than violence is contrary.
You are sent for to the Senate! A fearful army led by Caius Marcius, associated with Ophidius, rages upon our territories, and have already consumed with fire and took what lay before them.
Oh, you have made good work.
What news? What news?
You have helped to ravish your own daughters and see your wives designed to your noses.
Free now, your news, your news. If Marcius should be joined with the Volscians.
If he is their god. They do follow him against us brats with no less confidence than boys pursuing summer butterflies, or butchers killing flies.
Oh, you have made good work, you and your paper men, you that stood so much upon the voice of occupation and the breath of garlic.
You will shake your Rome about your ears.
Sir, is this true?
Aye. And you'll look pale before you find another. All the regions do smilingly revolt, and who resist are mocked for valiant ignorance and perish constant fools. Who's to blame him? Your enemies and his find something in him.
We are all undone unless the nobleman have mercy.
Who shall ask it? Well, the tribunes cannot do it for shame. The people deserve such pity of him as the wolf does of the shepherds, for his best friends. If they should say, be good to Rome, they had charged him even as those should do that had deserved his hate, and therein showed thy enemy.
'Tis true. If he were put into my house, the brand that should consume it, I have not the face to say, beseech you cease.
You have brought a trembling upon Rome such as was never so incapable of help.
Say not we brought it.
How? Was it we? We loved him. But like beasts and cowardly nobles gave way unto your clusters, who did hoot him out of the city.
Oh, but I fear they'll roar him in again. Tullus Ophidius, the second name of men, obeys his points as if he were his officer. Desperation is all the policy, strength, and defense that Rome can make against them.
Oh, here come the clusters. And is Ophidius with you? You are they that made the air unwholesome when you cast your stinking, greasy caps in hooting at Coriolanus' exile. Well, now he's coming. And not a hair on a soldier's head, which will not prove a whit. As many coxcombs as you threw caps up, will he tumble down and pay you for your voices. 'Tis no matter. If he could burn us all into one coal, we have deserved it. Thanks for your fearful news.
For my part, when I said banish him, I said 'twas pity.
And so did I. And so did I. And to say truth, so did very many of us. That we did for the best. And though we willingly consented to his banishment, yet it was against our will.
Oh, you are goodly things, you voices!
You have made good work, you and your cry. Shouts to the capital.
Why, what else?
Go, my masters, get you home. Go home and show no sign of fear.
Come, masters, let's home. I ever said we were in the wrong when we banished him.
And so do we all, but come, let's home.
I do not like this news.
Nor I.
Oh, let us to the capital. Would half my wealth would buy this for a lie.
Pray let us go.
They still fly to the Roman.
You do not know what witchcraft is in him, sir. But your soldiers use him as the grace for meat. Their talk at table, their thanks at end. And you are darkened by this action, sir, even by your own.
I cannot help it now. Unless by using me, I lay the foot of our design. He bears himself more proudly, even to my person, than I thought he would when first I did embrace him. Yet, his nature and that's no changeling, and I must excuse what cannot be amended.
Yet I wish, sir, I mean for your particular, you had not joined in commission with him, but either had borne the action yourself or else to him had left it solely.
I understand thee well. And be thou sure, when he shall come to his account, he knows not what I can urge against him. Although it seems he bears all things fairly, yet he hath left undone that which shall break his neck, or have it mine whene'er we come to our account.
Sir, I beseech you, think you he'll carry Rome?
All places yield to him, and he sits down. And the nobility of Rome are his. The senators, as hasty to expel him thence. First, he was a noble servant to them, but he could not carry his honors even, whether 'twas pride, defect of judgment, or whether 'twas his nature not to be other than one thing, but commanding peace, even with the same austerity and garb as he controlled the war. But one of these, as he hath spices of them all, and not all. For I dare so far free him, make him feared, so hated, so banished, yet he has merit to choke it in the utterance. So, our virtues lie in the interpretation of the time, and power, unto itself most commendable, hath not a tomb so evident as a chair to extol what it hath done. One fire drives out one fire, one nail, rights by rights falter, strengths by strengths do fail. Come this way. When, Caius, Rome is thine, thou art poorest of all, and shortly art thou mine.
No, I'll not go. Go you that banished him. A mile before his tent, fall down and knead the way into his mercy. Nay, if he going to hear Cominius speak, I'll keep it home.
He would not seem to know me.
Do you hear?
Yet one time he did call me by my name. I urged our old acquaintance and the drops that we have bled together. Coriolanus he would not answer to. Forbade all names. He was a kind of nothing. Titleless, till he had forged himself a name on the fires of burning Rome.
Why so? You have made good work.
I reminded him how royal 'twas to call him when he was less expected. His reply was it was the bare petition of a state to one whom they had punished.
Very well. Could he say less?
I offered to awaken his regard for his kind friends. His answer to me was he could not stop to pick them in a pile of noisome, musty chaff. Said 'twas folly for one poor grain or two to leave unburnt, and still to nose the offense.
For one poor grain or two. I'm one of those. His mother, wife, his child, this good fellow too. We are the grains, you are the musty chaff. We must be burnt for you.
Pray be patient. If you refuse your aid in this so never needed help, yet do not abridge with our distress. But sure, if you would be your country's pleader, your good tongue more than the instant army we could make might stop our countrymen.
No, not never.
Pray you go to him.
Now what should I do?
Only make trial what your love can do for Rome toward Marcius.
Well, and say that Marcius send me back unheard as he sent back Cominius. What then?
But yet your goodwill must have that thanks from Rome after the measure as you intended well.
I'll undertake it. I think you'll hear me, though to bite his lip and hum at good Cominius much unhearts me. He was not taken well. He had not dined. The veins unfilled. Our blood is cold. And then we, piled upon the morning, are unapt to give or to forgive. But when we have stuffed these and these conveyances of our blood with wine and feeding, well, we have suppler souls than in our priest-like fasts. Therefore, I'll watch him till he be dieted to my request, and then I'll set upon him.
You know the very road into his kindness. Cannot lose your way.
Yes, good faith, I'll prove him. Speed how it will, I shall ere long have knowledge of my success.
You'll never hear him.
Ma?
I tell you, he does sit in gold. His eye is reddest would burn Rome, and his injury the gower to his pity. kneeled before him. It was very faintly he said, "Rise," dismissed me thus with his speechless hand. What he would do he sent in writing after me, what he would not, bound with an oath to yield to his condition, so that all hope is vain. Unless his noble mother and his wife, whom I here meet to solicit him for mercy to his country. Therefore let's hence, and without fair entreaties, hasten him on.
Stay, whence are you?
Stand, and go back.
Oh, you guard-like men, 'tis well. But by your leave, I am an officer of state, and come to speak with Coriolanus.
From whence?
From Rome.
You may not pass, you must return. Our general will no more hear from thence.
You'll see your Rome embraced with fire before you'll speak with Coriolanus.
Good, my friends, if you have heard your general talk of Rome and of his friends there, it's lost to blanks that my name has touched your ear. It is Menenius.
Be it so. You may not pass. The virtue of your name is not here passable.
I tell thee, woman, the general is my lover. I have been the book of his good acts, whence men have read his name, unparalleled, happily amplified. For I have ever verified my friends, of whom he is chief, with all the sighs that verity would without lapsing suffer. Therefore I must have leave to pass.
Shady, sir, if you had told as many lies in his behalf as you have uttered words in your own, you should not pass. Therefore go back.
Prithee, woman, remember my name is Menenius, always factionary on the party of your general.
Howsoever you have been his liar, as you say you have, I am one that telling true under him must say you cannot pass, therefore go back.
Has he dined, canst thou tell? I would not speak with him till after dinner.
You are a Roman, are you?
I am, as thy general.
Then you should hate Rome as he does. Can you, when you have pushed out your gates, the very defender of them, and in a violent popular insolence, given your enemy your shield, think to front his revenges with the palsied intercession of such a decayed dote as you seem to be? No, you are deceived. Therefore, back to Rome and prepare for your execution. You are condemned.
Sir, if thy captain knew I were here, he would use me with estimation.
Come, my captain knows you not.
I am my general.
My general cares not for you. Therefore, back. Lest I let forth your half pint of blood. Go.
Nay, woman, nay.
What's the matter?
Now, you companion, you shall know now that I am in estimation. Good gods, sit an hourly synod upon us, upon thy particular prosperity, and love thee no worse than thy old father Menenius. Oh, my son, thou art preparing fire for us. Look thee, here's water to quench it. I was hardly moved to come to thee, but being assured that none but myself could move thee, I have been blown out of your gates with sighs, and conjure thee to pardon Rome and thy petitionary countrymen. Oh, the good gods, assuage thy wrath, and turn the dregs of it against this varlet here, this who, like a block, hath denied my access to thee.
Away.
Away?
Wife, mother, child. I know not. My affairs are servanted to others. And though I owe my revenge properly, my remission lies in Volscian breast, that we been familiar, and great forgetfulness shall poison, rather than pity note how much. Therefore, be gone. Mine ears against your suits are stronger than your gates against my force. Yet for I love thee, take this along. I writ it for thy sake and would have rent it. Another word, Menenius, I will not hear thee speak. was my beloved in Rome, yet thou beholdest.
You keep a constant temper.
Now, sir, is your name Menenius?
Do you hear how we are shent for keeping your greatness back?
I neither care for the world nor for your general. Such things as you, I can scarce think there's any are so slight. He that hath a will to die by himself fears it not from another. Let your general do his worst. For you, be that you are long, and your misery increase with your age. I say to you as I was said to, away.
Tomorrow set down our host. My partner in this action, you must inform the Volscian lords how plainly I have borne this business.
Only their ends you have respected. Stopped your ears against the general suit of Rome, never admitted a private whisper. No, not with such friends who thought them sure of you.
This last old man, whom with a cracked heart I sent to Rome, loved me above the measure of a father, nay, guided me indeed. Their latest refuge was to send him. For whoso love I have, though I showed sourly to it, once more offered the first conditions, which they did refuse and cannot now accept, to grace him only that thought he could do more. A very little I have yielded to. Fresh embassies and suits, nor from the states, nor private friends, hereafter will I lend ear to.
Ah, what shout is that? Oh.
My honored husband!
These eyes are not the same I wore in Rome.
The sorrow that delivers us thus changed makes you think so.
Best of my flesh, forgive my tyranny, but for that do not say forgive our Romans. Oh, a kiss, long as my exile, sweet as my revenge. Now by the just Queen of Heaven, that kiss I carried from thee, dear, my true lip have virgin innocence. You gods I praise, and the most noble mother of the world live unsaluted. Sink my knee in the earth.
Stand up, blessed. Whilst with no softer cushion than the flint I kneel before thee, and unproperly show duty as mistaken all this while between the child and the parent.
I beseech you peace, or if you'd ask, remember this before. The thing I've forsworn to grant may ne'er be held by you denials. Bid me not dismiss my soldiers or capitulate again with Rome's mechanics. Tell me not wherein I seem unnatural. Desire not to ally my rages and revenges with your cold reason.
No more, no more. You have said you will not grant us anything, for we have nothing else to ask, but that which you deny already. Yet we will ask, that if you fail in our request, the blame may hang upon your hardness. Therefore, hear us.
Vigius, and you Volsci's mark, for we'll hear naught from Rome in private. Your request.
Should we be silent and not speak, our raiment and state of bodies would bewray what life we have led since thy exile. Think with thyself how more unfortunate than all living women are we come hither, since that thy sight, which should make our eyes flow with joy, constrains them weep and shake. Alas, how can we for our country pray, whereto we are bound together with thy victory, whereto we are bound? Or we must lose the country, our dear nurse, or else thy person, our comfort in the country. For either thou must, as a foreign recreant, be led with manacles through our streets, or else tread triumphantly on thy country's ruin, and bear the palm for having bravely shed thy wife and children's blood. If I cannot persuade thee rather to show a noble grace to both parts than seek the end of one, thou shalt no sooner march to assault thy country than tread upon thy mother's womb that brought thee to this world.
I am mine. That brought forth your son to keep your name living to time.
I have sat too long.
Nay, go not from us thus. If it were so that our request did tend to save the Romans thereby to destroy the Volsces whom you serve, you might condemn us as poisonous of your honor. No, our suit is that you reconcile. While the Volsces may say, this mercy we have showed, the Romans this we received, and each in either side give the all hail to thee, and cry, be blessed for making up this peace. Thou knowest, great son, the end of war's uncertain, but this certain, that if thou conquer Rome, the benefit thou shalt thereby reap is such a name whose repetition will be dogged with curses, whose chronicle thus writ, the man was noble, but with his last attempt he wiped it out, destroyed his country, and his name remains to the ensuing age abhorred. Speak to me, son. Thou hast affected the fine strains of honor. Thinkst thou it honorable for a noble man still to remember wrongs? Daughter, speak you. He cares not for your weeping. There's not a man in the world more bound to his mother, yet here he lets me pray like one of the stocks. Say my requests are just and spurn me back, but if it be not so, thou art not honest. And the gods will flag thee that thou restrainst from me the duty which to a mother's heart belongs. Pray. Down, ladies. Let us shame him with our ease. To his surname Coriolanus longs more pride than pity to our prayers. Down, an end. This is the last. So, we will home to Rome and die among our neighbors. Come, let us go. This fellow had a Volscian to his mother, his wife's in Coriolanus. Yet give us our dispatch. I am hushed until our city be afire, and then I'll speak a little.
Mother. Mother. What have you done? Behold, heavens do ope. Gods look down, and this unnatural sin they laugh at. Oh, my mother. Mother. Oh. You've won a happy victory for Rome. But with your son, believe it. Oh, believe it. Most dangerously, you have with him prevailed, if not most mortal too. But let it come. Vicious, though I cannot make true wars, I'll frame a convenient peace. Now, good Ophidius, were you in my stead, would you have heard mother less, or granted less? Ophidius!
I was moved withal.
I dare be sworn you were. What peace you'll make, advise me. I, for my part, will not to Rome, but back with you. And pray you stand to me in the cause. Mother.
I am glad thou hast set thy mercy and thy honor at difference in me. Out of that, I'll work myself a former fortune.
Come, enter with us. Ladies, you deserve a temple built you. All the swords in Italy and her Confederate arms could not have made this peace.
Capital, yon cornerstone?
Why, what is that?
If it be possible for you to displace it with your little finger, there is some hope the ladies of Rome, especially his mother, may prevail with him. But I say there's no hope in't. Our throats are sentenced and wait upon execution.
It's possible that so short a time can alter the condition of a man.
There is difference between a grub and a butterfly, yet your butterfly was a grub. This Marcius has grown from man to dragon.
He loved his mother dearly.
So did he me. He no more remembers his mother now than an 8-year-old horse.
Gods be good unto us.
No, in such a case the gods will not be good unto us. When we banished him, we respected not them. And he returning to break our necks, they respect not us.
Sir! If you save your life, fly to your house. The plebeians have got your fellow tribune and hailed him up and down. I'll swear if the Roman ladies bring that comfort home, they'll give him death by inches.
Good news! Good news! The ladies have prevailed! The Volscians are dislodged and Marcius gone!
Art thou certain, or art thou most certain of this?
Certain as I know the sun is fire, or have you lurked that made you doubt of it?
I will go meet the ladies. Oh, this Volumnia is worth of consuls and senators, patricians, a city full of tribunes such as you, a sea and land full. You have prayed well today. This morning for 10,000 of your throats, I'd not have given a doit.
Go tell the lords of the city I am here. Deliver them this paper. Having read it, bid them repair to the marketplace where I will vouch the truth. Him I accuse. The city courts by this hath entered and intends to appear before the people, hoping to purge himself with words. Dispatch. Most welcome.
How is it with our general?
Even so, it will land by his own arms in poison, and with his charity slain.
Most noble sir, if you do hold the same intent wherein you wish us parties, we'll deliver you of your great danger.
Sir, I cannot tell. We must proceed as we do find the people.
The people will remain uncertain, whilst twixt you there's difference. But the fall of either will make the survivor heir of all.
I know it.
Sir, his stoutness, when he did stand for counsel, which he lost by lack of stooping.
Being banished for it, he came unto my hearth. Presented to my knife his throat. Let him choose my best and freshest men, till at the last I seemed his follower, not partner.
The army marveled at it. And in the last, when he had carried Rome, and then we looked for no less spoil than glory.
There was it, for which my sinews shall be stretched upon him at a few drops. of women's room, which are as cheap as lies. He sold the blood and labor of our great action. Therefore, he shall die. And I renew his law. But hark,
Your native town you entered like a post and had no welcomes home. But he returned, splitting the air with noise.
And patient fools whose children he hath slain, their base throats tear with giving him glory.
Therefore, at your vantage, ere he express himself or move the people with what he says, let him feel your sword, which we will second. After your way, his tale pronounced, his reason shall bury with his body.
say no more. Here come the Lord.
You are most welcome home.
I have not deserved it. But, worthy lords, have you with heed perused what I have written to you?
We have, and brave to hear it. What faults he had before the last, I think, might have found easy finds. But there to end where he was to begin, to take away the benefit of our levies, answering us with our own charge, making a treaty where there was a yielding, this admits no excuse.
He approaches. You shall hear him.
Hail, lords. I am returned your soldier, no more infected with my country's love than when I parted hence. Still, subsisting under your great command. You are to know that prosperously I have attempted, and with bloody passage led your wars, even to the gates of Rome. Our spoils we have brought home do more than counterpoise a full third part the charges of the action. And we here deliver, together with the seal of the Senate, what we have propounded on.
Read it not, noble lords, but tell the traitor in the highest degree he hath abused your powers.
Traitor? How?
Aye, traitor! Marcius.
Marcius.
Aye. Marcius. Caius Marcius. Dost thou think I'll waste thee with that robbery? Thy stolen knave, Coriolanus and Coriolanus. You, lords and heads of the state, perfidiously he has betrayed your business and given up for certain drops of salt your city, Rome, I say your city, to his wife and mother, breaking his oath and resolution like a twist of rotten silk. Never admitting counsel of the war, but at his nurse's tears, he whined and roared away your victory. That pages blushed at him, and men of heart looked wondering at each other.
Hearest thou, Mars?
Nay, not the god, the boy of tears! Ah, no more!
Boy! Boy! Your judgments, my grave lords, must give this cur a lie. And his own notion, who wears my stripes impressed upon him, who must bear my beating to his grave, shall join and thrust the lie unto him.
Peace both and hear me speak.
Call me a pieces, bullshits, men and lads. Stain all your edges on me. Boy, false hound, if you had writ your annals true, 'tis there, like an eagle in a dove coat, I fluttered your Volscians and Corioli alone. I did it, boy.
Why, noble lords, would you be put in mind of his blind fortune, which was your shame, by this unholy braggart for your own eyes and ears?
Let him die! Turn pieces! Peace! Oh, no outrage! Peace! The man is noble in his last offenses to us shall have judicious hearing. Stand at peace and trouble not the peace.
Oh, that I had was 6 Ophidiuses or more. He's tried to use my lawful sword.
Insolent villain! Kill him!
Thou hast done a deed whereat father will weep.
Tread not upon him. Masters, all be quiet. Put up your swords.
My lords, when you shall know the great danger to which this man's life did owe you, you rejoice that he is thus cut off. Please it your honors to call me to your senate. I'll deliver myself your loyal servant Orm. Endure your heaviest censure.
Bear you hence his body, and mourn you for him. Let him be regarded as the most noble course that ever heralded followed to his urn.
His own impatience makes from it is a great part of blame. Let's make the best.
Take him up. Help, you the chiefest soldiers. I'll be one. Beat thou the drum. Though in this city he hath widowed and unchilded many a one, yet he shall have a noble memory. Assist